Our topic for today is quantity of heat. Suppose you have a cup, then imong cup is na siya hot coffee. Then nakay kutsara. Kung imo ibutang imong kutsara sa imuhang cup, is mo warm ang imong kutsara, then ang imuhang coffee is mo cools down if they reach thermal equilibrium. So let's recall, unsay thermal equilibrium? When we say thermal equilibrium, that is the two systems that is physical contact with each other, then there's no heat transfer because they have both same temperature. Okay, back to our situation ganiha. The cause nga nung temperature change ato because of the energy that transfer from one substance to another substance. So energy transfer takes place because of a temperature difference, and that energy transfer is what we call heat. So, unsay kalahian sa temperature and heat? When we say temperature, it depends on the physical state of the material, if it is cold or hot. But if we say heat, in physics, it's energy transit because of a temperature difference. So we can define the unit of heat by calorie. So what is calorie? So calorie is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. But if our unit is in Fahrenheit or in British unit, it is called as BTU, or the British Thermal Unit. So 1 cal is equal to 4.186 joules, 1 kcal is equal to 1000 cal, and is equal to 4186 joules. 1 BTU is equal to 778 feet pounds is equal to 252 cal, and it is equal to 1055 joules. So, take note that the unit of heat is not calorie in SI unit. Energy, di ba we know nga ang heat is another form of energy, so the unit of energy is joules. Therefore, the unit of heat is in joules. So, what is the formula of the quantity of heat? Atong ginadenote ang quantity of heat as Q. Then, the quantity of heat, require na siya to raise the temperature fundamentally, approximately, directly proportional to the temperature change, and it is directly proportional to our mass. Therefore, to sum it up, we have Q is equal to mass times the specific heat times the change of temperature. Okay, mo ni siya atong example sa atong quantity of heat. So, an aluminum tea kettle with mass of 1.50 kg and containing 1.80 kg of water is placed on a stove. If no heat is lost to the surroundings, how much heat must be added to raise the temperature from 20 degrees Celsius to 85 degrees Celsius? So, ato'y butang atong given. So, for kettle, mass is equal to 1.50 kg. Then, the specific heat of kettle, which is ang aluminum, so 910 joules per kilogram dot Kelvin. And the temperature change is 65 degrees Celsius. So, our formula is Q is equal to MC change of T, 1.50 kg times 910 joules per kilogram dot Kelvin times 65 Celsius degree. So we have 8.873 times 10 to the power of 4 joules. For water, mass is equal to 1.80 kilograms. Specific heat of water is 4,190 joules per kilogram dot Kelvin, and the change of this the same 65 Celsius degree. So ato ibutang, to substitute ang mga values to our formula. So we have 4.902 times 10 to the power of 5 joules. So the heat total, the Q total is equal to 8.873 times 10 to the power of 4 joules plus 4.902 times 10 to the power of 5 joules. So we have 5.7893 times 10 to the power of 5 joules. So, example number 2. In an effort to stay awake for an all-night study session, Zaybay makes a cup of coffee by first placing a 200 watts electric immersion heater in 0.320 kg of water. How much heat must be added to the water to raise its temperature from 20 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius? So, for our solution, given mass is equal to 0.320 kg, specific heat is equal to 4.19 times 10 to the power of 3 joules per kilogram dot Kelvin. Celsius degree. So our formula for the quantity of heat is Q is equal to MC change of T. Imong i-plug in ang atong mga values. So we have 8.04 times 10 to the power 4 joules. How much time is required? Assume that all of the heater power goes into heating the water. So to get the time, T is equal to the quantity of heat over power. So 8.04 times 10 to the power 4 joules divided by 200 joules per second. So makancel ang joules. So we have 402 seconds or 6.7 minutes.